Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Barbarian, and welcome to another Black Ops 2 gameplay. This one's actually provided by my friend Andy. Andy's link will be in the description if you want to check out his videos. He has some cool tutorials on there. Check those out. But I'm here to talk about the PS4, which was just confirmed in a Sony press conference. Actually, I watched the press conference. It was like 2.5 hours long. It really got boring towards the end. But the beginning and the middle parts were great. I actually took like 4 or 5 pages of notes, and I have them right in front of me, so I'm going to kind of read off what I, noted as being kind of cool and really important, things like that. So first off, obviously the PS4 has been confirmed as the next-gen console, quote-unquote, and there's a lot of cool little things that they're going to try and do to integrate other Sony products, such as the PS Vita, which we all know has really kind of dropped dead on its head, as far as sales go, or even, people having any interest in it. But they are promising that this is going to be, integrated to the PS4 with the ability to play games, on it from your PS4. So, I'll talk about that in a little bit. But it has been developed, this PS4, they say, has been developed since 2008, and the specs are as followed. An x86 CPU, which apparently is really good. I guess they're modeling this console after a supercomputer build, so it's going to have, GPU, a supercharged GPU, and 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is, a lot. My computer has 16, it runs just about anything on PC, so if you picture that, you picture an 8 gigabyte of RAM can run a lot of different PC games. Those are the kind of graphics that we're going to have on the PS4, and the PS4 graphics are insane. The controller is called the DualShock 4 controller. Actually, I've got a picture of it right here that I want to, show you guys. I actually screenshotted a bunch of things off the stream, so that'll be kind of cool as well. It's got a touchpad, a headphone jack, and a stereo camera similar to the Wii. So, if you notice, it has like a little light on it. You can actually use it to sense the things. It's almost like a sensor bar for that controller, as well as they're going to bring back the what's it called, the PS Move, or the PS3 Move controller, which they've kind of, not really done too much with as of now. They're more moving towards faster save times and faster, play times, basically. There's going to be a new sleep mode, which allows you to basically turn off the console, quote unquote, and, have it in a very low power state, but also have it ready to play on, a moment's notice. You pop it in, you press a button, and you're playing again. You don't have to worry about, like, more equivalent to turning your TV on as opposed to booting up your Xbox. You'll have the game automatically ready to go as soon as you press a button, which is going to be really cool. I'm really excited for that because it really does give us more of that impulse gaming that people, tend to do, especially for people who watch YouTube videos. I know for one, if I'm watching a video of, like a certain game and I'm just like, yeah, I want to play that game. It takes a little bit of time to put it in. It takes me like 10 minutes to boot up my Xbox and all that stuff, and I have to sign in and all that stuff. Imagine if you just pressed a button and you were playing. That'd be kind of cool for me, at least. That's what I'm looking forward to. Also, the upload and download speed problems that people have been having, when you can't download games, it takes like, hours to download DLC and things like that. They're actually doing a couple cool things to more or less combat that. And that is that you can actually download things off your mobile device. You can queue things to download while the game, or while the PS4 is actually off, and while you're not even home. You can download things in the background. You can be playing a different game while downloading it, and you can also play something as it's downloading. So for instance, if you download some sort of mini game or a DLC, you'll be able to play the first bit that you download and then download the rest of the 8 gigabytes later. You'll download that as you're playing, so that's really cool. It's almost like watching a movie as it streams, which is kind of a neat, concept that's really simple when you think about it, but hasn't been brought into the gaming world as of yet. There's also this new cool feature called almost like a theater mode for PS3. With it, you can stream live. You can, let your friends watch your games. You can even have your friends take over the games for you. You can have them, basically play them for you if you have a hard level or things like that. I'm going to make some in-depth videos about certain aspects of this, but I want to talk to you guys more about what, as a broad spectrum, how this conference went. Also, you can, it's going to be partnered with, I believe Ustream was the site. I didn't write that down, but I'm pretty sure it was Ustream. So you can actually stream over websites. You can stream almost as if, you were a YouTube partner and you had all the gear, but this is just purely with the PS4, so this is kind of cool as well. I'll be interested to see in some of those streaming specs for that, because if you guys remember, Black Ops 2 was the first game to introduce live streaming, with in respect to the COD community. So that's kind of cool. They introduced that before it was actually popular, in the next-gen consoles type things. And the as I said before, the PS Vita is really going to be tied into the PS4. The overall goal for Sony is that every PS4 game will be playable on a ported version of the PS Vita. In other words, let's say that it's similar to what happens with the Wii U. The Wii U, if you want to play on the little tablet thing, you can actually have people be watching TV and be playing on the tablet. That is what Sony is going for with this. They want to be able to have people be able to use a TV, but you'll be able to use the PS Vita almost as if a second screen, as PC goes. You have a second screen, you can play things on that and things like that. There were a bunch of different games that were introduced and announced: Killzone 4, Shadows Fall, Drive Club, which is like a first-person racing game, which looks really cool. Infamous Second Son, The Witness, which is kind of a weird puzzle game, which I'm not really too interested in. Let's see, Final Fantasy, Watch Dogs, Diablo 3, which is going to be ported over to the PS4. Pretty crazy, because Blizzard has never made a recent console game since, back in the 90s, I believe they did a bunch of them. But it's going to be really cool to see how, I think Blizzard is actually introducing a 4-player co-op for Diablo 3, so that'll be kind of cool as well. Also, Activision and Bungie have announced that Destiny will be coming to PS3 and PS4, and it'll also have exclusive Sony PS4 content, which is kind of interesting because you know that Activision and Treyarch and, I think it's actually just Activision that has a deal with Microsoft to bring exclusive map packs and, DLC and whatnot to Xbox, a month early. Obviously, this is kind of cool that, they're kind of doing this in the reverse. Sony's getting some love here, and that's really interesting to see how much love it's going to get from developers in the future. It's also set to be released in Q4 of 2013, probably sometime in November or early December, right around Christmas time. So if you guys want to see anything in particular, some more details about this stuff, then feel free to leave it in the comments, because I'm going to be taking those suggestions and kind of picking what I'm going to be showing as far as in-depth videos from the comments. So let me know, and I will definitely get back to you guys later. Peace.